the organ.
Tell us the history of the organ.
Hmm?
Tell me about the organ.
Well, it was my grandmother Curry's, and
Why don't you stand over there beside it?
I was telling. It was my grandmother Curry's, and the girls, they had a kind of a thing. The girls always played, and Aunt Emma Lou and Aunt Alice took lessons, and they did, but Aunt Eva and Mama didn't take any. So, and Aunt Cora, there were 5 girls and 4 boys. Anyway, but I had it refinished down at Rocky Mount, and it plays. Have you never played it, Linda?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, anyway. That's it. The Rotary Club, and they had a dinner with it, you know, and we'd go to the school, and Mr. Braxton, he was always, he loved you, Johnny.
Is that good?
John didn't want to go to school, and Ms. Braxton would come out, and somehow she'd coax you into the 1st grade. Yeah. And you didn't want to go either, but she got you in there some way or other. I don't know what she promised him, but anyway.
And that was Ms. Braxton.
Ms. Braxton.
And the school.
And and Mr. Braxton, it was Paul Braxton's school, and he was superintendent principal of the school, and it was a grammar school. And so Johnny didn't want to go to school, but he did anyway. He started at Silas City and went, well, it was grammar school. I mean, it was preschool. And gosh, Johnny, Mrs. I can't think of her name, but she used to come by and pick you up in her little old van. Do you remember? You
Little
don't?
Jeep.
Huh?
Little Jeep.
Yeah. Gosh, he does remember. Yeah. And you had a good time. It was in the afternoon. She had morning class and an afternoon class, and yours was afternoon. You had a good time.
And that was in Siler City?
That was Silas City. And at Beaufort, both of you went there. And there's Louise something, I can't remember what her last name is. Anyway, she taught you all in preschool, kindergarten. You remember?
I do. And that was in Beaufort, right?
In Beaufort. Then we left Beaufort and moved to Silas City. And that's when they picked you up in a kind of a, well, now it would be a Jeep, but it was enclosed. And it'd be full. She'd take you back out to her place of business and have fun. I just bought this chair just because I liked it.
Where?
In Durham.
So that would have been what year?
And I don't know. Anyway, this is the second cover it's had on it. But I took it to...
So probably in the 50s.
Yeah, it was in the 50s because I took it to Beaufort.
I thought you said
you all used to fight over it. Who'd rock in it.
And we'll still fight over it.
Yeah. Well, what about those things on the wall up there?
Oh, Daddy won them.
How?
Well, it tells you on there. It tells you on this placard.
You just can't see it yourself.
You want the light on?
Aren't they from the Optimist Club? Okay.
And he's got others, but we didn't put them up. We just put them in Silas City, painted them, and gave them to us. And she charged $50 for each one, but she gave us ours. And she just took a picture and painted them, and she really never had any art lessons, although she taught art in her home.
Do they look, is that how you looked back then?
That's how I looked. that's all. And that's the first painting I did of that one right there, the first painting I ever did.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
It's mighty fine.
And how about that one?
Well,
Didn't
I
you
did
do that one too?
Yeah, I did that one. Uh-huh. That slipped down, hadn't it?
It looks like it has.
I think I need to take that off and work with that. Yep, and those bottom ones came from Egypt.
What about that thing in the middle, the big?
Oh, I just liked it because my grandparents had a dairy.
Which grandparents?
Well, both of them had a dairy, but my grandparent Stuart had a store, and he sold milk and butter and all that stuff.
Tell us about the store.
That store building that's next to Doug, it was Stuart's store, and Granddaddy ran it, and they always voted there and everything. Stuart's store, and I think eventually they changed the name to Jenkins Store after he let somebody else have it to run it. But anyway, Daddy opened it up and ran it for a while, but it was too confining.
Anything
Well, yeah,
special happen at that store?
No, they used to have square dances up in the top there, and as many as 100 couples used to square dance there, and they'd have bands, 5 or 6 people that would come and play, and I used to go to those, and they were fun. Yeah. God, Johnny. Oh, Tom's.
Say what?
Uncle Tom, Aunt Blanche's husband. And so that came from her, and I filled it up, didn't I? Anyway, that came from there. And this came from Grandmother Klein's. And this desk goes to John M. Klein. And he can take it whenever he wants to. He's got one. Don't you have cams? I was thinking you had a flat one. You don't? Well, anyway, that's sure.
Whose was that?
Huh?
Tell us the story about that desk.
I don't
Who did it
know any
belong to?
story. All I know is that Daddy said this is John's because he's named after me.
So Dad bought that desk?
Yeah.
Oh. So it didn't belong to Grandfather?
Uh-uh.
Okay, but Dad bought it.
That was just Dad's.
I thought that was Granddaddy's.
Well, it stayed down in Carthage because, see, he lived in Parsonages, and they were retired, and that stayed down there, and I always liked this part. I thought that was neat.
What about these bookends right there?
Oh, wait a minute, let's go back to this desk a second. The so Daddy bought that desk?
Uh-huh.
He just bought it when
I
he
think
was
so, when he was single.
Okay. All right.
So, see, I inherited it.
Okay.
Or he inherited it. Anyway, it was his.
Okay. Now
That's
you go
all.
to the bookends.
What's
That's,
The bookends right here.
we just bought those. Just got them. I
Okay.
think you can get them now.
Okay. How about this
That's
bed?
John Wesley. Nothing. No. I just liked it and bought it.
Okay.
And that picture was Aunt Blanche's.
Have a lot of those, don't
And
we?
she always had over a sofa in the living room. And she had a living room and a den. You didn't go in the living room except just to tell you, date, hello, and then you'd leave. Then you'd come back and you'd sit in the den. And you'd sit in the living room, they'd sit in the den and listen to Walter Kaltenberg. How do you say it, Johnny?
Cronkite?
Kaltenberg.
Cronkite?
Kaltenberg.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, anyway, he was popular like Cronkite.
Was he a radio show?
Uh-huh.
Oh, say his name again?
Calton born.
We'll have to look that up, see who that might be.
Yeah.
Somebody from the 40s, I guess.
Anyway, he
Okay.
had a news broadcast.
Okay. All right.
You're really bringing back memories, Johnny.
Good.
Well, you that?
Oh, this was grandmother paid $5 for this, and she won it at the state fair when she was single in Iredale. And
I thought that was the piece that I have down at my house.
well, you might have had it, but it was
Okay.
hers.
Right.
Yeah. How did I get it back?
I think that's a different piece. I think
You
we
think
got to
it is?
figure out, or at least from what you've told me in the past, the one that I have at my house is the one that was grandmother's that
Well, I
cost
think she had
$5.
two things. I think she had two.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
Yeah.
that's. It is pretty. It is pretty.
Anyway.
How about, and looks like you got lots of pictures all around here.
That's Johnny and that's Linda. Don't you know who they are?
I do. I do. I do.
And pictures over here, and here's Johnny and Cam and 3 boys.
And I think, is that
That's Sarah Ann.
Sarah? So Max wasn't born yet.
He wasn't born.
Now here's one that I like.
Okay, and that
Look
was
at
that was taken June Luska. Okay, this is my grandchildren.
Tell me a story about each of them.
Well, this is when they lived at Aunt Blanche's old house on the back steps. And it's Sarah Ann and Max. And then down there is Linda and Wallace and the 3 boys. And that's it.
You don't see Cam in that picture anywhere?
Yeah, Cam's holding Johnny Max, and you're not on here.
That's
Isn't that
probably because
something?
I'm taking the picture as always, eh?
You're taking pictures as always.
This is my best side right here.
Well, then tell you what, we'll switch a second and we'll get you in one
Oh, I
of
could
these.
just do this.
Oh, okay.
You take his picture.
That's what I said I need to do.
That's when Johnny was in high school.
Show him.
I think that was a passport picture.
What,
Yeah,
what
your
am-
passport picture, that's the truth. It is. You made it with Jerry for Jerry Beveridge. I mean,
Oh,
Her
it was
husband.
for the papers, my Coast Guard papers.
right.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
What about this one? Does that have a
That's-
story?
That's just, no story to it.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
I guess. Oh, that one has a story. It was Dad's 80th birthday, but we put that in the newspaper.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, any other stories in here?
I don't believe so, Linda.
Okay.
It's really hot in here.
Yes, it is. Okay.
This basket was made by up at June Luska, and it sold for $55. They made it up there. $55. Can you think about that?
Really?
Would you pay $55 for it?
No.
Well, I did.
Do you know, Mom?
Huh?
Isn't this the bed that belonged to grandmother?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That
That's my junk room, Johnny.
that bed and that matching dresser also belonged to
Uh-huh.
grandmother?
They go together.
Okay. And there was a rug back there. Didn't they give you that at the legislature or something? It's a North Carolina rug.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
They gave me that rug.
when you left, or
Well, no, it was just, they just had them.
okay,
And,
and you got to
If-
have one.
yeah, worked
Okay.
at the legislature. The legislature is on there. The state, North Carolina. And I haven't even unrolled it.
Okay.
Huh?
That was just the rehearsal.
Rehearsal?
Rehearsal.
No. Come on down, come on down. Now, Johnny, we need to get you in this. Get him on there.
Okay, I'll get
Come
him on
down
there.
those steps too. See how much Johnny looks like me.
Short and balding.
Huh?
Short and balding.
Yeah, short and balding. That's right. I can't hear, can I, Johnny?
No, you can't.
I'm
It's
like,
been that way for a long time.
well, I can hear you now.
Well, that's because I'm right here in your ear.
Uh-huh.
We'll get that fixed, or she'll get that fixed.
Oh, me. I don't think so, as long as she can talk up a little bit louder.
But that drives everybody else crazy.
Does it drive everybody crazy?
Yes.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'll let y'all take that one.
Well, come on, let's go outside anyway.
Honey, y'all are just really working me today. See, I haven't even swept it. Oh, did it?
Well, I will. I may come back in. For now, I'll get out.
There goes the mattress.
What?